my name is Samantha Michaels, and I'm going to be doing the experiment option number 2, which is testing the heat flow properties of household objects. I'm going to go ahead and light the wick. We will let it burn for a couple minutes. Looking right away at the candle, you can see that the wick is burning right at the base of it. So the flame is like an orangish, goldish, yellowish color, and the outside has a blue tint to it. The blue is more prominent closer to the bottom. It's also much more transparent closer to the base of the wick than the top of the flame. So in this candle, not much smoke is being produced since there's just one flame. However, the wax around the candle is melting. As you can see, there's a puddle of melted wax that's more like a liquid around the wick. Okay, so the candle has been burning for a couple minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and blow it out. So now there's a little bit of smoke coming directly from the wick. So the wick is still glowing a little bit around the edges. The wick hasn't fully burnt out yet. And some of the burnt wick has melted into the wax around the flame. So when the candle was lit, it seemed as if the actual wick was the thing burning and not the wax or anything else around it. Okay, we're gonna try the experiment one more time and see how high we can get the candle to be lit. So for lighting it the second time, I noticed that we had to go deeper into the candle just because some of the wax already melted, so the wick is shorter than it was in the first experiment. So while lighting the candle when it was both cold and warm, I noticed that it was easier to light the candle when it was warm because the wick was softer. Also, I felt like the wick was ready to fuel another flame. So after doing some research, I learned that the candle burning is actually the combustion of the wax. I typically light candles all the time, but I never really know the chemistry behind it, so I feel like this was a good experiment to learn about. I never knew about the combustion of the wax and how that helped the candle burn. Overall, these were the results that I expected just because I normally light candles with a lighter. However, I wonder how the results would be different if I used a match instead of a lighter. If I were to do this experiment again, I would definitely use both a lighter and a match to compare the differences in the flame. Nothing about this particular experiment surprised me. It was directly in line with my hypothesis because of how many times I've lit a candle just casually throughout my life.